Here he come now. And I bet you he only got one thing in there. Shout out to all my broke people for the very low cost of a comment, a like, and a subscription. You could save the life of a YouTuber. Anyway, we got Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 190. Let's get into it. It looks like it's raining or something like that. I'm guaranteeing you it's blood. It's not rain. Is it? Yo, Panda's back? What the freak? What the freak? Oh, it is. It's water. I was like, yo, it's gotta be blood. I mean, this is Jujutsu Kaisen. But Panda's back. Now, down on the ground, he sees a missing hand. It must be Hikari's hand. Remember, his hand got blown off. He regenerated it, but it was blown off. Okay, let's see. Panda's back. He got it out the mud. Bruh, he was blown. He was down to just his face. Everything got blown off but his face. And basically, this movie, it's like that face-off movie. Now, we see somebody come up out the water. It's that guy. What's the dude name? Kiki. Okay, out of cursed energy, but now he's... Yo! He came back. He's still missing a hand. And he smacked the taste out of Kiki's mouth. Kashimo. That's his name. I said Kiki. Kashimo. He smacked him. Bow! Dude went spinning. He lost an arm. He's got to regain his cursed energy. Once his cursed energy comes back, I think he can regrow that on. Okay, Kashimo has suddenly released the cursed energy he'd been suppressing. Before the electricity could travel through the seawater, it turned into thermal energy, resulting in an explosion of steam. It resulted in a discount on all games on Steam. That's what y'all was hoping. Whoops. Sorry about that. That's what y'all was hoping. Y'all thought it was going to result in some discounts on Steam. So anyway, he smacked him. Dude hit the ground. He should be getting back up, right? Okay, why? You should have been ripped to pieces. You didn't want me to open my domain again because I was headed for increased probability. So in case I somehow survived the explosion, you tried to at least take off my arm. What way? That way I wouldn't be able to make hand signs. He didn't want him to throw up gang signs. Throwing up gang signs gives him an advantage. I sacrificed my left arm so the rest of me could live. He survived the explosion through a spur-of-the-moment binding vow, sacrificing his arm and shifting the cursed energy that would normally protect it to the rest of his body. Go on, kill me. Don't tell me he's one-handed now. He can still, he has to use both hands to open his domain. Like he has to. Oh, man. Is he just done? Can he not get his domain open some type of other way and heal that arm? Can he heal it some other type of way? What the hell? Okay, now then. Well, if he got all his cursed energy in the rest of his body and not in the arm, did you hear about Gunner? Yeah, I heard he was putting hits on somebody or something like that. You probably making hits, you know what I mean? But anyway, and somebody, it was a guard or something or a nurse or something like that was trying to sneak some weed and some coke into the prison. Oh man, that don't look good. Okay, now then, your 100 points will disappear. Oh, right, my points. Anyway, I don't consider this a win, Kashimo. You never used your curse technique. It's incredible what you can do with just manipulation and the characteristics of your curse technique. How did you know? I was right. Call it intuition. Basically, he's a gambler, so he knows he's luck. He got luck on his side. Gunner is done. He's a Gunner is done. That's a real rap for him, not those bars he's spitting. That's real rap. Not life in prison. That's real rap. Not music. Music that ain't no real rap. Doing life in prison. That's real rap. Okay. I can only use my curse technique once, and I want to use it on Sakuna. How would he know that he can only use it once? Maybe somebody else had that curse technique before. Or he probably one of them people that died and came back and knows you can only use it once. Let's make a deal, Kashimo. Hikari, it's Panda. You've gotten cuter. He's tiny. He's like this freaking big. Okay, excellent timing. Kashimo's on our side now. This dude blew you off to just a face. And he told him he's on our side now. What the freak? He must have honor, even though he's an evil piece of garbage. But not for free. Yeah, I got that already. What? Why? Kashimo wants to fight Sakuna. What? Oh, it's all right. No, it's not. He's gotta obey his senpai, right? Anyway, I got someplace to go. You two wait here. No, I'm scared. Don't leave us alone. Yeah, I'd have been scared if somebody blew me to pieces and the only thing that was left was a face with the meat hanging out the face. Come on, man. What's good, man? Hope you enjoying your Sunday. I wish I had an ice cream sundae, you know what I mean? Then I might be able to enjoy it a little bit more. Okay, Sakuna Senpai. A player has added a rule to the culling game. Rule 10. Players may transfer a number of points of their choosing to another player. Okay, that's good. Why did you come back? And what happened to your arm? Don't worry, I'll fix it later. Okay, so he could do it. He can, yeah, okay, cool. Right. So he can get his domain or whatever back and then, okay, cool. I forgot to ask you something. Is that possible anyway? He said, is it possible for you to lose your arm? Oh, no. Oh, is it possible for him to fix it? I think he's talking about. Because I don't even think he had to use that technique on this guy. He just whooped him. Okay. Spare me any speeches about life. Wait, that means Hikari could have been beat by that other dude, what's his name? Kashimo, if he was able to use his curse technique. It'd have been a rap for him. Anyway, spare me any speeches about life. I've learned everything important from manga. Me too. But you feel better after fighting, right? After all, words aren't the answer to everything. The way of killing gets me rock hard solid is also the way of healing. Yeah, killing is healing. Killing, homicidal healing. Homicidal healing is good for me. Okay, what's it called? What's what called? Your manga. Tell me. I'll buy and read it. You misunderstand. I'm a noob who hasn't even debuted. I haven't published any graphic novels. You won any prizes? Not yet. Are you freaking kidding me? He starts stomping his head in. Okay, wow, that hurts. Why are you kicking me? A noob shouldn't worry like an established creator. He said all that stuff you put me through and you was brand new. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't even be worried like that. The fight will be over soon, so go draw. Draw like your life depends on it, because it actually does. Hey, that's actually good advice. Okay, here comes somebody else. I don't know who this is. Hikari Nishimiya. A witch girl. Let's cut to the chase. Did you get the points? Basically, yeah. He said, get right to it. Okay, I hope you I hope you got to that tiny desk. Yeah, I watched a bunch of them. Not just I seen Usher, T Pain, um uh Alicia Keys, Erica Badu, Burna Boy, what else I watched? No, Monica, um watch Monica, who else? Ah, oh, Rick Ross. Um there's a couple more. Who the hell is Burna Boy? Go watch Tiny Desk. Okay, whenever you say Hikari, I think of the Nerd Ninja. Me too. Me too. Like, actually, yes, I do. Okay, anyway, allow the use of 100 points to create a substitute so individuals can withdraw from the culling game. To save culling game victims. So 100 points. I'd be like, allow use of fucking one. Y'all messed me up. Now I can't even do monetization. I'd be like, allow the use of 1 point to substitute to save people. If I get 100 points, I can save 100 people. Okay. Make transference possible to prevent curse technique removal death. Okay, boom. The plan calls for 4 new rules. 4, allow. Okay. Oh, they got 4 new rules they gotta get. 2 of them I read already. Allow going in and out of barriers to save culling game victims. Victims. To save some Vicks. To save some Vicks. I would be so happy when they enact that rule when you can leave. They say you can go in and out of barriers. The problem is some people that's not victims to walk right in it and be like, yo, what the heck just happened? Yo, what happened? And then wind up getting killed. You know what I mean? So yeah, but the people that's in it need to be able to come back too. Some of the people that are fighters need to be able to come back. Okay, remove the communications block on colonies to learn what is happening in other colonies before. I mean, to learn what has happened in other colonies before. I don't know. Anyway, who was better, Usher or T Pain? I liked Usher better. I liked Usher better. Okay, it's always y'all with you, never me. What's the accountability? What you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, anyway, but I want to postpone the third one, establishing communication between colonies. We need that before the fourth one. Even Tokyo number 2 had a nasty player. It was some player doing some nasty stuff. I think it was some grown up adult movie stuff. Something like that. I think that's what I think they were doing. Some nasty stuff. Okay, Maki can pass through the barriers. Cooperation with May's younger brother should solve the third rule. Hold on. Why can Zenin pass through barriers? He said, let me know. He said, hold on. I need to find out. He said you need to find out. Because she turned into what? A monster. What the hell does that mean? Zenin can turn into a monster, and now she can pass through. I don't understand. Her being a monster means she can pass through the barrier. Why is that? You know what I mean? Because she ain't got curse energy or something like that, or what? I don't know. I have no clue what that means. Turn to a monster. Okay, November 14th, 3:05 p.m. Sakurajima Colony. Okay, now here's Zenin right here, Maki, whatever her name is. And she's there with the sword, looking like version 2 of that guy of her pop, her dad, or her cousin, whoever he was. Wait, who was that guy to him? A cousin? Whatever. You know I'm talking about him. No, that's what you call Megumi's dad, right? It's Megumi's dad. Okay, you've changed, Maki. Like you can talk. Okay, Noritoshi, you've gotten stronger. Burna Boy is a Nigerian artist. Okay, right. You blame, yeah, it's y'all fault. Y'all be making me cuss. Y'all done messed up my monetization, man. Man, y'all be making me mad, man, with that. Y'all really be pissing me off with that. Be making me cuss. Okay, you've gotten stronger, but I just fell from grace. There's another head of the Kamo family, so a bastard like me is unnecessary. I like you better this way, especially without that awful hairstyle. Same to you. That blast just took out most of the aggressive sorcerers and cursed spirits. Once you leave the barrier and join Uu or whatever his name is, please jump to the next colony. How could she do it? Was she just bust through the barrier or something? I don't know. That person helped me out with some personal business too. But are you sure? Everyone knows those siblings are calculating. Apparently, it's risk diversification and prior investment. Say what? Say what? Okay, I'm a Kogani. Inside this barrier, a lethal poison. I mean, a lethal contest called the Culling Game has begun. Step inside, and you two become a player. Are you willing to enter? Shut up. Do you want to die? Yo, this thing is like an insect looking thing, look like a worm or something like that. It's entering, I think it's a cursed spirit. It's trying to enter the Culling Game, and it's got its cogony, but it doesn't even want to listen to it. It thinks it's the sugar honey ice tea. Looks like they setting up for that one to be like super strong or something like that, or a nuisance. I don't know. This Maki thing, I don't. They got to explain like she's a monster, so that way she could just bust through a barrier. Like how? I don't understand it. How does that work? I mean, even with Maki being that strong, she still shouldn't be able to compare to some of them other sorcerers. I don't give a damn. Like, what you call them? Couldn't what you call them? Like, in order for the other guy, what's the guy name? The one that was like her before her, the original one. He couldn't beat what's my man name? The dude, the main dude, the one who got his eyes covered all the time. The Sage of the Six Paths. He couldn't beat him without a plan. So that tells you, even without curse energy, you could still be beat by some of them big guys, by some of these strong, strong guys. I think they need to go ahead and explain what's going on. Don't just say she's a monster. What's that supposed to mean? Look, the stronger you are, look, that you can just jump through barriers because you're strong. I don't understand it. The barriers aren't strong enough to contain the fighters in it. I don't know. But apparently she's carving up these cursed spirits like it's nothing. Like she leaving blood and guts all over the place, man. Gojo, that's what I said. Does Burna Boy make weed music? I don't know. How we make you cuss? Because the way y'all be talking in the comment section be messing me up. But anyway, yeah, Gojo. Gojo could beat him. So Gojo should be able to beat Maki. The only way Gojo got beat was because no, did he get beat? I can't remember if he got beat. But even if he did get beat, they had a whole plan in order to get him. They couldn't just get him. You know what I mean? They couldn't just get him. But yeah, this cursed spirit, I think it's acting like it's tough, but I really think it's just gonna get destroyed. I think it's gonna get demolished. I don't think it's gonna be that much of a threat. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I do like the fact that what you call him is joining the squad at least for a little while, and then we get to see his curse technique at some point. What's his name? Koshima or Kashima, whatever his name is. I do like that part. It shows you that he's not just straight evil. He's got honor. You know what I'm saying? He fights with honor. You know what I mean? And he's an interesting character. He's been interesting so far. So that's going to be fun. And then actually seeing the fight between him and Sukuna, that's going to be nice too. So that's pretty good. This whole this like when I first seen Panda, right? I didn't know he was small. They don't show him being small, but he looks a lot more round. You know what I'm saying? You can see that something looks off, but you can't tell he's small yet until they show other people next to him. Okay, the power system feels like it's being made up on the fly. I'll be getting that feeling too. Me always be having them ice cold waters on hand. You got the AC on? No, I don't. That's why the water needs to be cold. Yo, man, long time. Man, Wamba, you neglect us. What you mean long time? Long time. It should never be a long time. No, I'm joking. But I appreciate everybody. People that's seldom, people that's every day, people here and there, everybody. But yeah, decent chapter, decent chapter. Let's go ahead and end this. And we're gonna get to I ain't even recognize Wamba's name. He said, I ain't even recognize it. Okay, I don't understand why shorties be trying so hard to get your attention and they end up having a man. Shorty at my gym. See, I want my vision back. He gets that. He said, I don't understand. It happens for you. It don't happen for everybody. Shorty at my gym been on my jock for a minute, and I find out she got a whole man. Yeah, that's a lot of women. That's like normal stuff. Women complain about men, but I think women do it more often. I don't know about women, like each individual woman does it more often. They can if they want to. I think that it's more women doing that than men because it's more women in relationships. It's more women getting sex. It's more women doing all those things. So they got more opportunity to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I had this one chick I approached, right? And everything seemed cool. And I said, yo, you got a boyfriend? She said, yup, and started laughing. Yeah, that's how that worked. They don't be that, man, they don't care about that. One guy I know, he said most of the girls he ever messed with was like married or in a relationship. That's just how that worked. You know what I mean? All that stuff they be talking about, nah, don't listen to them. Are people still faithful nowadays? It ain't about nowadays. It's never been that way. Like for people, like you think people used to be faithful at one point? Nah, nah. I mean, like, cause they most people have plenty of options. When I say most people, I mean basically women have plenty of options, and then a few men have plenty of options, right? Which in term and like women are 50% of the population. So you got 50% right there. So if you got a small group of men, let's say 20%, they got plenty of options, that's 70% of the population. Yeah, is it? Yeah, 70%. Wait, no. 20% of men. Ain't no, hell no. Ain't right. Hold on. Hey, that ain't 20% of men. Let me see. No, 20% of men. That'd be 60% of the population. Yeah, 60% of, we'll say about 65% of the population got access to whatever they want. Not on demand, not everything, but decent enough for what they want. That's most people. It's mostly men that don't have that many options, but a few men do. So there you have it. 90% of women want 10% of men. Right. So even if they with a guy, if they with somebody else and they feel like, oh, this one, he's more attractive, they gonna monkey branch. It's called hypergamy. You know what I'm saying? Always moving up to the next best thing. Oh, he got more money. True. Oh, he taller. True. Oh, he look more attractive. True. Oh, this one got hazel eyes. True. Oh, this one, he's white. True. Oh my God, he speaks Spanish. True. It's like that. It's always like that. And then once they find the guy that they really, really like, they're like, okay, I think I'm about done. Like I don't think I'm gonna find another guy that's more attractive than him. First off, and then next maybe decent state got as much status as him, and then maybe money that comes into play. Once you get all those things into play, and they feel like they got the max they could do, and then they become attached to that person, then they start saying, okay, I'm gonna act right, I'm faithful to the person. Yeah, once that happens, and then they think you cheating, trust me, they cheating too. They don't consider it cheating. They be like, well, he cheating on me, so they, when she go out and do it, she not gonna consider that cheating. But yeah, that's how that works. That's how that works. They jump from one guy to the next guy, doing each one wrong, and then when they find a guy that they really attracted to, they be like, okay, now I'm gonna do right, and they will. And when he do them wrong, then they go talk about how all men ain't, you know what I mean? How all men is, dogs and all this. That's how that works. What you think be happening? Okay, Shorty looking at I want my vision like she trying to upgrade. Yeah, I miss the Cloud Village days. Me too, man. I wish I could have went back and did a lot of things differently. Man, I'd have been in a much better place right now had I known back then what I know now. Okay, 90% of women want 10% of men. Yep. Kevin Samuel type comment. That's true. It's true. Add social media into the mix, and you got dudes with clout sliding in your girl's DMs if she bad enough. Nah. That's mostly true. You said if she bad enough. She ain't gotta be bad enough. She's gotta be close. Like if a guy's, let's say if the guy on the scale between 1 and 10, if the guy is a 6, that girl can be a 3 and up. Whereas if it's a woman, right? If she's a 5, she wants, and let's say maybe a 7 or above. Women want guys better than them. They don't want guys on their level. If they find a guy and they think that that guy's on their level, usually that guy's a little bit above them. If they find a guy, they feel like they settling, they like, oh, he's a little bit below me. Usually, he's not really below you, he's on your level. You know what I mean? That's what it usually is. They want the best of the best. So obviously, like, I don't understand how people say that. They be like, oh, women take guys underneath. And I'm like, well, hold on. But you do realize women are picky. They be like, yeah, women are picky. Women want the best. They want the best. Okay, so if they want all that, why would their mindset be this guy is on my level and he's not above their level? Because obviously, when you got the mindset of I want the best, you know what I'm saying, you're really, really picky and whatnot, your standards are higher than what you have for yourself. Obviously, with every guy you're with, you're going to downgrade him most of the time. There's going to be only a few guys that are not going to downgrade. So let's say it's a guy that's let's say I'm a woman, I'm looking for an 8. I find a guy who's a 7. I'm going to say he's a 7. He's really an 8. I'm saying he's a 7 because my standards are freaking high. And they did an experiment, right? Or they took a survey or something like that. They found out, I think it was OK Cupid. They found out that 80% of the women on there thought that 80% of the men were below average. Obviously, the standards are freaking jacked up because that's not even possible. So they're taking away a couple points from men. If you look in the animal kingdom, the most attractive creatures are usually the males, by far. You know what I mean? But the way we judge males and females is different. Like females, they come in looking any type of way, and they can get away with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we don't have standards for women, but I'm saying if they come looking any type of way, they'll get away with that. That's not the case for men. And then they'll say, well, like one guy said, but women, they gotta wear makeup. Men can choose not to. Men don't have a choice. You're saying that the women get to choose to arbitrarily or artificially, increase their looks. Like that's a bad thing. Okay, the men don't get to. If a man artificially increases his looks, he's looked down upon. Yo, you wearing lifts. Men don't get to do that. We don't get that. We don't get the opportunity to sit there and make ourselves look better than what we normally are, because the women, they want to know that what they're getting is in your DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be with somebody and find out he was born 5'4", but he went and got the leg lengthening surgery. So now he's 5'9", and then our kids come out and they 5 foot. They don't want that. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get to it. Stream turning into an incel support group. Who said anything about an incel support group? Okay, I was on YouTube and the LL Cool J song Paradise came on. That joint was kind of fire. I don't know that song. LL Cool J Paradise. I don't know that song. Hold on. Paradise. Oh, that song, man. I know that song. I know that song, man. I forgot that song. Okay, once women could control their own pregnancy and started earning as men, the game changed forever. Yes, it changed even more. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the game was completely different. It just got even stricter, I guess. Earning as much as men. Right. And it's women that earn as much as men and they still want the guy to pay for everything. Ain't that crazy? Okay, it goes both ways. Men want to better their they want better than their female counterpart. That's not true. It doesn't work both ways. It does not work both ways. Here's how it works. The females want better than themselves. The males, do they want better than themselves? Yes, but they want worse and better. So a man, he's looking like, I'm a 5. I'll take a 3 and up and be cool. A woman, she's a 5. She's going for a 7. Anything under 7, she feels cheated. And 7's above her level. They want to punch above their weight class. With a man, if he gets a 3, he's actually happy. He feels cheated if he goes underneath a 3, but he's a 5. A man men are more desperate than women. That just come with that. If a guy is more desperate, why would it be the same as women who are not desperate? It's not. The men are happy getting anything close to where they're at. If a man is paying 70% of the bills and he makes 50% of the money, usually he's happy. He's not paying 100%. You know what I mean? It's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, everybody wants better. But men are more realistic. Like a woman be like, I want Chris Brown. I'm saving myself for Chris Brown. I can't be with anybody but Chris. A woman would do some weird stuff like that, where a man would be like, damn, I like Beyonce. Damn, I like Beyonce. Knowing good and well he'll never be with Beyonce. I said Beyonce. Be with Beyonce, right? And guess what? He's fine with that. He's not going to be like, you know what? I'm saving myself. He ain't saving himself for nothing. He's going to grab a regular chick and be fine, even though he wants Beyonce. Okay, okay, better than their counterpart. And females want a man better than themselves. That's not true. A lot of men, whether they admit it or not, want to be the breadwinner. That's true. You know what I'm saying? That is true. You damn right. But wanting to be the breadwinner is different than demanding it. You know what I mean? Like I need to be with a woman that makes less money than me. I feel inferior if she got. That's different than I just want to be the one making most of the money. You know, that's different because it could be a guy looking at it, and this is my standpoint. I don't care who's making the most money, but I would rather be the person making more money because I don't want that chick looking at me sideways like, oh man, you don't make more money than me, and oh man, I could find somebody who could pay for my life down. I don't want that. I don't mind. Look, if a girl actually liked me and she made more money than me and she took it, I'd be so freaking happy. I don't have a problem with that. I don't care about that. I went on dates with women that made more money than me. I never even said nothing about it. I didn't care. But I'm saying just for safety purposes, I would rather it be the case that I make more money, because then I won't be they won't be able to use that as leverage against me. Because some of them do that. You know what I'm saying? Some guys, it's the opposite, where they just feel inferior. They want to be able to use their money as leverage against a woman. That's not the case for me. I just don't want her using leverage against me. You know what I mean? Okay, facts. I see dudes making so many mediocre looking chicks, be making so many mediocre looking chicks getting rich off OnlyFans. Right. You can't, like, these people keep trying to tell me, oh, the men be doing the same thing. No, they not. There is no mediocre man on OnlyFans getting rich. It don't happen. The guy got to come with something. They got to come with something. Period. That's not to say that there's levels to where the women's are at. Like the women, the more attractive ones, they're on top. That's true. The same way as the more attractive guys are on top of the men. But when it comes to men, it's be like this many guys on top, and then everybody else jacked up. Whereas the women, it's more of a gradient scale. Like the 10s doing good, 9s doing good, 8 doing good, 7 doing good. Then once you get to 6, the 6 is doing decently good, 5 doing decent. It's only when you get down like 2s and 1s are they not, doing really good, stuff like that. Okay, facts. Okay, men's standards are much lower for women than vice versa. That's 100% the case. Much lower. They had this show called Dating in the Dark, where men and women would go on dates, right? In the dark, right? And they wanted to see if personality was more important than looks. So they would get to meet these women and date them in the dark. And guess what the women always did? Stand up and then feel them to see where their shoulder was at, to see if they was taller than them. So even in the dark, they were still trying to make sure that the person was taller. They were still worried about looks, even though the whole show was supposed to be about, is personality more important than looks? And they still try to find out some information about the person's looks. You know what I'm saying? They're like, stand up, wait a minute, hold on. No, don't do that. Just talk with the guy. Talk with him. That's it. You know what I mean? Y'all can touch, but don't make them stand up and try to feel him to try, okay, he's up here. Okay, I'm cool. Don't do that. You defeating the purpose of the show. But anyway, at the end of the show, what happens is they get to see each other, right? They turn on the light and they do it separately. So the man to see the woman first, then the woman to see the man first, right? They did it on purpose that way because they already know what the case was. So the man to see the woman to see the man, and then they get to decide whether they want to still be together, right? Now, a lot of times the women be like, oh man, I really like this guy. He got a great personality and blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the show, it always came down to the woman. It never came down to the man. It always, not never, but almost always came down to the woman, whether she liked him. The men, they're going to date these women. They be like, oh, I like her personality. And most of the time, they looked at her and said, oh, she's average. I'm good. And she got a good personality. And they was all over her, right? And then when they show the woman, when they show the man, the woman be like, ew, 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 ew. That's how they be doing. I thought personality was more important than looks, right? So this woman, she got revealed. They revealed this guy. Oh yeah, I forgot. I skipped the part that I was going to tell you about. They show the woman first. Why? Because the man will see the woman and be like, okay, cool. Most of the time, the men be like, see the woman, they cool with it. They cool. And then they'll show the face of the man. So when a woman sees him, they show the woman last. First, because if they show the woman, if they show the man to the woman first, she'll be looking like, ew. Yeah, then they show the woman, then the man got to see the girl doing like this. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that. So they show the woman first, so that way the man can look, and the man to be like, when the woman see the man, he's like, but if they showed the man first, then the woman be like, ew. And then when they show the woman, they showing her look like this. They didn't want that, so they always showed them. They showed the man first to keep the woman from screwing the face up and messing that whole thing up. But yeah, at the end, this woman said, "I always thought it was personality, but it's true. I am shallow. It is about looks because she said she liked this guy so much. At the end, she seen his face, and then she was up there talking with the girl and said, "I gotta, I gotta. This guy's gonna have to get on top of me at some point. And I don't want to see him." And she left that house. She didn't care that they had a great connection. And then there was another girl. She said, "I like this guy." She said, "I don't really like this guy, right?" Then they showed how they look. The guy that she didn't like, he was attractive. The guy that she did like, and these wasn't even ugly people. The men wasn't ugly. It's like a guy, it was like an average chick. Let's say the girl might have been a 6, and the guy she might have been talking to might have been a 6, maybe even a 7. And she was like, ew. And she went with the guy that she thought was a 10 or a 9. She's like, okay, his personality wasn't all that good, but he looks good, and she was with him. So what that tell you? Okay, it has a music video. I'm never marrying any of these women. Can't trust them. I don't know about all that. It depends. Like, I'm at the point where, okay, I'm at the point where if I find a girl now, I'm good. If she's genuine, you know what I mean? If I find genuinely, I mean, I'm only looking for a woman that's good to me because I realize that oftentimes these women that people think are good, they garbage people to other people. Just because she treats you nice doesn't mean she's nice to other people. She might be the same girl that was doing plenty of dirt before she met you. You know what I mean? So, but if I find a girl that do me right now, I'm good. But if I get to a point in my life when I'm really successful and there's still no woman, I don't want them no more. Don't come to me now that I'm up. You didn't want me back then. So, nah, miss me with that. Okay, I'm never marrying any of these women. Can't trust them. The women you dated with more money than you must have been years ago because you are getting too much paper now. Nah, this is recent. Okay, when your tank is about to be empty and you just take it to the dealer and buy a new car. That ain't me. That ain't me at all. My tank empty. The car just sits out there and that's it. It sits out there until I get some money. Black Doom said what I've been telling people forever, and people still don't believe me. Men have lower standards because men have higher sex drives. Bingo. I told this guy, he didn't believe me. I was like, yo, we got more testosterone. If you got a higher sex drive and that means your standards are gonna get lower. Like people get drunk and then they start be like they start getting, they start wanting to have sex more. They start having sex with people that they normally wouldn't. Doesn't that happen? That proves it right there. If you're very, very horny, you can't be so picky. Because then, so you're gonna be super horny. You're just gonna be like, you know what? But I'm only gonna sleep with 10s. They don't come across that often. And if you're very, very, if your libido is super high, your standards have to lower in order to match it. The women's libido is not as high as men, so they get to have those standards. The women need it less, the men need it more. So the women get more and the men get less. It's weird that the people that need it more get less, and the people that need it less get more because there's a compromise. So, for instance, if I'm having if I'm bargaining with somebody, right? If I need it less, you need it more than me. I don't need it that much. I might not even need it at all. I get more. Why? Because I could just sit there and be like, you know what? I'm not taking anything. You need it. So you just gonna give me whatever you gotta get in order to get it. You understand what I mean? So the person who needed the less is really backwards, but that's how it works. I have more leverage in this situation because I can take it or leave it. I could just be like, you know what, I'm done, and just go about my business, and you're going to be even more hurt than me. Or I might not be hurt at all. I might be cool. You're going to have to sit there and sacrifice more, even though you needed more. It really should be this way. You needed more, I needed less, I'll take less, you take more, and we both even. But that's not how it works. I don't need it. So I'm gonna use that as leverage on you. Because if I don't need it, I'll just make sure you don't get it. And if you and sometimes the people will be like, okay, then neither one of us get it. But then they walk away, they're hurt. I'm not. I didn't need it. I'm good. So I don't care. So they think that, okay, well, I just make sure you don't get what you want because you can take advantage of me. So I'm good. No, because you still need it. You still hurt. I'm not hurt. That little stunt you pulled didn't hurt me. It hurt you. And if we do it the other way, I'm going to hurt you. But at least you get what you need. So that's how it is with the men and women. The women don't need sex as much. The men need sex more. But the women have more available to them than the men. Even though the men need it more. Because the women had the bargaining power. They're like, yo, I could take it or leave it. And I got other options. The men don't have as many options. And they can't take it or leave it as much. So the women going, like a woman have sex with a man, she'd be like, okay, you want to pay my bills? Can a man do that? They can only do that because they have more options. They have more leverage on the guys. Okay, why don't you get with Violet Moon or Tub Girl? They don't like me. Okay. Oh, I heard Tub Girl's doing some something on another channel. I don't see the channel. Like I asked this guy, he said, yo, Tub Girl's doing good. And I was like, for real? I said, what's her channel? He says, oh, she does art now. I'm like, bruh, I asked you what a channel was. I didn't say anything, but I just left the comment alone. But I'm like, yo, I asked you what her channel was. I didn't say what does she do on her channel. I said, give me her channel. He says, oh, well, she's doing some other stuff now. Bruh, I said, give me her channel, bruh. I didn't say what she does on it. I think he just didn't want me to see her channel for some reason. It was weird to me. That was weird. You know what I mean? Those names are such a blast from the past. Yeah. As soon as you act like you scared to lose her, she going to test you. Right. But here's the problem. Some guys said, don't act like you scared to lose her, then you got her. That don't work like that either. It doesn't work like that either. If she really, really wants you, don't act like you're scared to lose her because she's scared to lose you too. And if she finds out you're scared to lose her, she got leverage on you and she'll take advantage of you. But if she doesn't really like you that much, then you acting like you're not scared to lose her does nothing because she ain't scared to lose you. She's like, oh, okay, cool, go on, peace. You'll be like, I'll leave you, and she'll be like, all right, cool, do it. And then it's not a bluff. If you leave her, she like, cool. I wasn't that attracted to you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on your position. I bet Happy Platypus loves you, bro. Happy Platypus. I remember that name. Let me pull it up. Nah, she don't love me. Happy Platypus. Hold on. No, it actually showed me a video of an actual Happy Platypus. I remember that name. Let's see what that is. Channel. There's a few people. Happy Platypus, and you got the Happy Platypus. I'm thinking the Happy Platypus has no channel, no videos on her channel. Then you got Happy Platypus, and it's a gaming channel, but it only got like 3 videos on it. All right. Anyway, go ahead. I can't find the channel anymore. Yeah, me either. Anyway, go ahead, leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe because I can't eat. I'm broken. You got the power to change that. Peace.